Normally, I would never, because you guys know all about Friday the 13th. What's going on, Dungeon Dwellers? Welcome back to Dave's Dungeon. And Spooktober 2023. Today, happy Friday the 13th. It's that holiday. It's that one special day. So, instead of telling you, hey, go watch Friday the 13th, I thought I would, once and for all, give you my definitive list of where I rank every single one of the Friday the 13th. And I gotta say, today we have a special, hold on, I got a warning flashing. Today I have a special episode for you guys because I have 13 on the 13th, on Friday the 13th. And now I hear you going, wait a minute, whoa. Dave, there are 11 films and a remake. That's because I have not one, but 2 films that you've never heard of. Yeah, that's right. How am I bringing you Friday the 13th you've never heard of? Stick around, because in this rating, I'll explain exactly where you can find 2 Friday the 13th films for free that you have never seen before. And let me say, pretty good. You need to put your eyeballs on them. I just finished watching them, and I gotta say, they run better than a lot of the other ones. I don't know why I haven't seen these before. These are pretty freaking amazing. Yeah, I'm still waiting on like the 3-minute warning so I can start, really getting into like, can't really say how I feel right now because we'll get into it. So what am I doing here today? I'm obviously not going to riff 13 films for you, okay? We don't have 26 hours for me to do this all day, okay? So what am I going to do? I'm going to give you a top 13 list. I'm going to rank them. That's right. I'm going to just rank them right off. We're going to start from the bottom, and we're going to end with number 1. So, without any further ado, and with no gilding, let's just get off into these top 13 Friday the 13th films on Friday the 13th. Number 13. Jason Goes to Hell. That's right. Nobody's favorite Jason movie. If it is, hey, what's wrong with you? Who hurt you? Who hurt you? Jason's really not even in this film for half of it. Everybody's hungry for hearts, and the myth gets weird here. Number 12. Freddy vs. Jason. Now I know, sports fans, I am also a fan of this one. But as the series goes, half this film is dedicated to Freddy. Had to rep, had to wear the colors. Just because I know it's Friday the 13th, but it's almost sacrilegious in this house to rep just one monster, okay? Freddy is my OG, my first monster. You can't rep Jason in this house without paying respects. But you also gotta respect Freddy. Okay, in this one, this is a house divided. I can't get behind this movie for one reason or another. For one reason or another. Number 11. Jason X. Jason in space. Because the cast of Andromeda was bored that day. And Kevin Sorbo wasn't there, so they could have some fun. Number 10. Jason Goes to Manhattan. I know. I hear you. Some of you are going, but Dave, the punch-out scene. The boat coming into Manhattan Harbor. I hear you. That's exactly why I didn't know Crystal Lake connected up to Manhattan Harbor. I didn't know they were running cruise lines out of New Jersey. Number 9. And this is the controversial thing here. I feel you. You guys are going, ooh, I already don't know how this is going. Friday the 13th remake. This is my number 9. AKA Trent's parents had to build their vacation getaway on Jason's weed farm. You know, because just you have to because of the view. Not to mention, half of the Supernatural cast decides to try to find their sister. Secret Supernatural lore. Number 8. And this one's going to boggle some of you. Some of you are going to go, where is he going with this? What's he doing? Friday the 13th, number 2. Bag Jason. Now I get it. Mommy Shrine. The sweater. Little details. But at the same time, they beat him in this one by pretending to be mom. Jason, mother is talking to you. Yeah. It's not... I don't know too many people who find Bag Jason to be their favorite. And if he is, I'm sorry. You're at least better than Jason Goes to Hell. You're at least better than Jason Goes to Space. Don't feel too bad. The only problem with this series is it's full of bangers. Number 7. Friday the 13th, number 5. A New Beginning. We finally get into one that had a secondary title that was actually numbered and wasn't like Jason Goes to Space or Jason Goes to Manhattan. Friday the 13th, number 5, A New Beginning, a.k.a., as I like to call it, the story of Roy. Yeah, because your boy Roy is a total maniac. I mean, you could have done this movie with anybody else, but you had to bring it to Friday the 13th, and you had to give it to some paramedic who saw his kid get killed. And, you know, this series makes me always beg the question, what are the odds that one kid would see 2 serial killers in his lifetime? Ask Tommy. Because he did. He found Jason Voorhees and then found the understudy. Yeah, so you get, I have problems with this one. But at the same time, I have a love in my heart for this one. That's why it's so high up. Like, number 7's nothing to scoff at in a series of 13 films. Number 6. Now, for something completely different that you've never heard of. Did you know? Did you know? Did you know? Did you know? There are Friday the 13th fan films. 2 that I would recommend right now to be precise. One called Friday the 13th Vengeance, and one called Friday the 13th Vengeance Bloodline, also known as Vengeance Part 2. Now, before you go, whoa, 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 who said you bringing fan films in it? Relax. I get what you're saying. They're on YouTube, and they're free. And I'm going to make sure that I include links to them in the description, as well as some behind-the-scenes stuff with Darcy the Mail Girl from The Last Drive-In. Woo, 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 woo. And the director of the second film, and a whole bunch of other stuff. I'll link to all of that in the description, so you guys can go and check them out. With me rating them at number 6, that should tell you how well these are done. That should tell you how well these are done compared to A New Beginning. Okay, I don't just put things in random places. You understand me? These are well done, especially Vengeance. And I gotta say, Why are we watching Bloodline and why are we watching Vengeance? Continuation of number 6. Yeah. Talking about what happened to Tommy Jarvis after number 6 is done and he's grown up and had some kids. Yeah. No spoilers. I'm gonna leave it alone. And for Bloodline, for part 2, Tommy Jarvis. Yeah, in a fan film. What, you think he's in number 1? No, I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you Tommy Jarvis is in fan film 1. But he is in fan film 2. And I mean new footage, new role, new Thom Matthews in the films. Also, nudity warning. Our lovely Darcy the Male Girl is also in these films. Just to let you know the oeuvre of what you might be enjoying. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Number 5. This is probably my most controversial point I will ever make in my entire life. Friday the 13th, part 1. Now, I know, wait a minute, whoa. This is my list. And you can like it or not. It doesn't have to be your list. Alright? It's my list. I love Mrs. Voorhees. She is OG. She is number 1, the greatest ever. So again, all you Kanyes, get out of my chat. But it is a slower one of them. It is an older one of them. And I promise you, I just ran out of room. I would have put this film as a 0 above the whole list if I actually had 15 films or 14 that I felt like I could have differentiated in some way. But the 2 fan films were basically just slapped them together. You run the same wrong. That being said, the 4 above this film I feel are better Friday the 13th films. And I would say you would not go wrong if you decided this Friday the 13th to watch any of these 4. Now, why I'm only recommending 4? You only got a little amount of time. You didn't get any warning that this holiday is popping up. You didn't get any notice. There's not any kind of thing. So if you're going to watch 4 of these, that's 2, 4, 6, that's 8 hours of films. Are you ready for that? No, you're not. So again, pick 2 and run a double feature. I would recommend my number 6. But we'll get into that after we get done with the list. That being said, number 5 is the OG, the one and only Mrs. Voorhees. That first one. Because again, no list is complete without Friday the 13th 1. Number 4 is number 4, the final chapter. Look, guys, Tom Savini effects met by a tight script with a Jason that's already got the mask on, but he's not had it on forever. So we're getting to really see Jason do his thing for the... This is really and truthfully a strong first outing for Jason in the hockey mask and everything else. And I know Crispin Glover, I know they're the twins, I know you have young Tommy, aka young Corey Feldman. Yes, Corey Feldman, not Haim. Haim's in Lost Boys and died. Got it. But Corey Feldman, I'm pretty sure on that. But again, I'm doing 13 films here. Forgive me if I forget which Corey it was. But again, it being the final chapter, it lies like Final Fantasy. Because it was 4. There were 11 after that, a remake, and then the fan films. Yeah, no, you lie. But we love this one because it starts the Tommy saga. And we love the Tommy saga. Tommy's one of the best sort of recurring characters you get across the series. I wish we would have got a little bit more of Alice. And, yeah, it does suck. Our first girl dies, and then the girl from 3, we never really did find out what happened to her, so. But, number 3. Let's get into this one. Friday the 13th, Part 7. Yeah, I know, it's the new blood. It's Jason versus the psychic who brings him up out of the lake. Yes, I know and I hear you. But this is a strong one. This is one where we get a lot of good Jason moments, where Jason has his back all, like, it's the skeleton, and he's got the partial mask, and you can see his teeth through it. And this one has the one where they blow him up, finally. So, just keep that in mind. He's like, at the end of 7, okay? Or no, and then the dad comes out of the lake and then sinks him back on. That's right. But again, this is a really strong one. Number 2. Friday the 13th, number 3. Jason in 3D. Now, I know some of you are going, David, 2's down there. 1's down there. Why is 3 up there? Huh? Why is the 3D one all the way at number 2? I'll tell you why. Because it's the first time you see Jason in the hockey mask. Now, I know all the rest of you going, whoa. No. It's the reason I have those back there. It's the reason that one's over there. It's the reason that picture's there. The third one's the first time you see Jason in the hockey mask. Yup. First time. And first time we ever find out about a more rare and magnificent creature in the entire series. Horror nerd. Yeah, you heard me right. That's the first time we find out about Shelly. And we find out that this thing is a professional career thing, and we have access to it, okay? That's why it's up there. That's why it's number 2. Number 1. Friday the 13th, Part 6. Jason Lives. Of course, I know a lot of people, this is your favorite. This is Tommy Jarvis, fresh out of therapy, decides, I need to go have some resolution with Jason. Jason's back, he's a zombie, and he's supercharged. Now, I get it. This one has one of the, like, roughest endings of, like, he's on a boat. Look at him, he's Tommy Jarvis on a boat with a rock. I get it. It's a little, it gets there, man. And I'm not gonna lie, the conclusion where it's like, hey, look at me, Maggothead, it gets there. But that's why I love it. That's why it's my favorite. You get so many good moments with this. You get so many. Does he think I'm a fart head? Yeah! Yeah, it's one of my favorite. It's one of the best meta context. It's one of the best sort of overall stories of getting redemption and maybe not have needing it. That's why I've got to say, why do you want to see Bloodline? Because you get to see an older Tommy Jarvis now. The Vengeance Bloodline. You get to see an older Tommy Jarvis now who's come back from having 2 kids and who moved back to the area and decided, you know what? Someone need to watch this. Someone need to put their finger on this and go, hey, anybody do anything about this? No? Just me? Okay. I got it. And when they come back and they get the sort of full echo treatment, the full and it's great. But Bloodlines also answers some stuff that I've always had questions about as well, that I'm not going to spoil at all. Not at all. You got to watch it. Because now I have like new headcanon lore that I wish I could talk to you guys about, but I can't because spoilers. Go see these films. And I'm telling you, if you've already seen Vengeance and you've already seen Vengeance Bloodlines, which is Vengeance Part 2, there's one other film that I know that they've done, which is called Roseblood. Still on YouTube. I'll try to remember to link it in the description. But it is a continuation of Part 7, the psychic story. Remember, the Vengeance and Vengeance Bloodline works from Part 6. So it's following Tommy's ending of sinking him in the lake with the rock. But Roseblood continues from Part 7. That's a completely different ball game. So guys, if you're into these, that's 15 films that you can go watch this Friday the 13th. Surprise! My definitive list. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I don't need to break it down any further than that. These are the classics. If you can't get behind watching a classic on the day it's meant to be watched, get off my channel. Go! But anyways, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you leave a like and you will subscribe for more of this spooky horror content. But that's going to do it for these journeys. I hope to see you on our next adventures. But until then,